is going to be all about Star Wars, and that's why Trina's here. So they're showing the. No, I'm kidding. Why is there no one in the? Am I shadow banned again? You son of a! This is wonderful.
I just retweeted it again.
Thank you, Mama Susan.
You gotta love it. Yeah, see, she's on the way out, and everything's just as screwed up as it was before. Yeah. You gotta love it,
right? But you know what? I put a couple bumpers here. This one's a funny one. This one is for Tommy because he loves Transformers.
Hey, I'm stuck. I can't transform. Oh, thanks. I think.
I think,
oh man, I'll tell you what, Jazz will always be Scatman Crothers to me.
Yeah, but you're definitely Ironhide there.
I love Ironhide. That was like, yeah, he, next to the Decepticons, of course, and Grimlock and stuff. But if you're talking like the Autobots, it wasn't Optimus Prime first. It was like Jazz. It was Ironhide. Ironhide was just gruff. He was grizzled, and he was old and ornery.
Like your mom. I didn't get much sleep, so I'm going to be kind of delirious today. So.
Oh God, yeah, like your brother.
My brother's the special case completely. He needs to be in a padded cell already. That's what I've been saying. We have the Time Prophets in the house. How you doing, Time Prophet? We got Jamie East. Hey, Jamie.
Hello.
She loves Optimus. Well, I got another one too that Optimus is in it. So.
Hey, Prime, what do you think Megatron's gonna do to Starscream?
Nothing gentle, I would say.
Nothing gentle. I love when cartoons have fun like that, right? But hey, we got toys to talk about today, and I don't know, Tommy, you want to go first?
Yeah. I would love to. I mean, technically, mine could technically be thrown together in two parts, but I can easily break it up because that's what I did. So the first one I'm actually going to talk about is the G.I. Joe Classified Baroness figure. Of course, as always, I put together nice little clips and try to include a little extras in there. So we're going to go ahead and run this real quick, and then we'll talk about it right afterwards. So pay attention. Here we go. Hey guys, what's going on? We are hanging out with Barnes, Barnesy, and it's G.I. Joe time with Barnes. So what are we showing off today from 2022? We've got G.I. Joe, the Baroness. Big giant 6-inch figure with a lot of really cool accessories. Of course, a lot of the callbacks to the original packaging on the back.
I cannot believe that a refugee from the Kennel Club should be assigned as a partner to the Baroness.
Right out of the package here, we have the Baroness. I will note that there is a lot of lack of posability in the arms right here. They barely move anywhere whatsoever. They move forward, but they don't move down, and they don't move up. Oh, what a big miss. Hasbro, you suck.
Once again, Cobra Commander's plans have gone awry.
It does come with a ton of accessories, including her glasses, which are see-through. And if you see on the side of her head, right alongside of her face, ain't makeup, there's actually a cut for the glasses to sit on her face. Let's see how well these pop on. Well, they pop on fairly well. They don't look half bad. That was pretty well done. Because of the lack of posability, this is actually the best that I could get her to holding a big sniper rifle. This is another huge miss. This is just the trash that Hasbro's putting out now. Substandard in their articulation. Now, while it isn't a complete loss in some of the articulation, a lot of it is lacking to be desired, and a lot of the joints feel very weak on this one. Again, doing the best I can to try to get her to pose, but there is a serious lack of articulation. Once again, there are some poses, but you need the base. The way these hands are designed, it's a bit of a pain in the ass to get certain weapons in there, especially the sniper rifle. Oh my goodness, what a pain in the ass. But they do have a pivot right here at the elbow with a bit of a turn. There's a turn at the wrist, no rocker. There is up and down with the arms. They're supposed to be a little side by side, but is limited by the shoulder. But it doesn't come down as far as it should. It's almost like her arms are sitting out from her body. There is a little bit of a back rock to her shoulder as well, which is nice, but once again, with the limitations with everything else on this figure, it kind of ruins it. Her head moves around fairly well, but once again, the hair, the way the hair sculpt is, limits how much she can move. There's a little bit of a chest cut right there and a waist turn. She does have drop down legs. It looks like there should be a cut at the thigh here, which does not move at all. Double jointed knee, a really nice rocker at the ankle, but unfortunately it's so weak it doesn't support her weight.
Yeah, so breaking this thing down piece by piece. I mean, first off, we're talking about this big cut. So if you have the glasses on this thing, it doesn't look bad with the glasses on. But if you got the glasses off, it just looks like garbage. It looks like when I first seen it in the packaging, I thought she had like smeared makeup along the side of her head. And I started looking at the couple other Baronesses that they had, and they all look like that. And that's when I started looking closer and realized that it was a big cut for the damn glasses inside the head. They should have made this cut further back. Like you were saying, Vinny, before we started, they should have made it closer to the hairline so you didn't really have to see it.
Right. And the way that you're supposed to do it is you don't cut into the face. You cut into the hair. I've seen a number of other figures, 112 scale, 1/6 scale. There's a way of doing it that works. What they did was cheap and lazy. And the reason why is because they just grabbed the original figure that first came out. They used the same exact mold. They just painted up things a different way. And they didn't glue the glasses on this time. So it's ridiculous. If she only looks good with the glasses, and you might as well just have them glued on. But yeah, the way you're supposed to do it, get it into the hair, you dummies. You can even do it in a way where it's seamless. You just put a little bit of a gap between that hair and the face, and it just holds perfectly. But
yeah, there was a way that they could have did it. I mean, like all the other detailing on this figure, as far as the body armor and everything like that, all that looks great. But when you get into this lack of, like, her arms are sitting way out, like she's like, I don't know, like she's getting ready to do flash dance or something.
Yeah,
that annoys the holy shit out of me. And like some of these poses, I actually had a really hard time getting her to stand, like, because the joints, especially in the ankles, are just so damn weak that she would just keep toppling over. And it was just driving me nuts. And then shit like this, like it's a big sniper rifle. She should be able to get both arms in there to hold that rifle. No matter how much I moved the right arm, I could not get the left arm to come over and get anywhere even close to that damn rifle.
Sucks. See, and I was going to do a video. I might do it for next week. But I want to do a comparison between her and Zorana from the Dreadnoughts. Because I got that figure not too long ago, and I've been meaning to do a review on her. But I want to do a comparison because Baroness was an epic fail in comparison to what Zorana and the poses that they did for this figure, the like seamless joints that they have, double jointed elbows, bicep cut, double jointed knees with the proper thigh cuts. Everything about that figure is great. This one, it's on screen right now. They failed. She's one of the best characters, and they ruined it. Like, look at the waist, the way that the holsters sit on her. Like, they're floating up in the air when you're doing poses. Like, that's an epic fail. There's so many things that they could have done the correct way, but they didn't really work it out properly.
And that bottom half, it's the same thing you always talk about with like the McFarlanes, where it looks like a diaper, and that's what it kind of looks like a bikini, like a really like grandma bikini that she's got on or something.
Yeah. They goofed it up completely. Where like as in like the Zorana figure, it's great tight joints. She does have drop down legs, but it works better than what you see on Baroness. I just gotta do the proper thing for you. But she does have like the proper diaphragm cut. She has like a half circle joint for the waist as well. So she has 2 points of articulation there, 2 points like the neck and the head. So I'm happy that they did learn from their mistakes, because Baroness is a Series 1 figure that they carded her recently for a re-release, because she was never by herself. The only way to get her was through the Target exclusive shit, which was like very, very hard to get. And all the scalpers they bought her up and were selling her for insane prices. So
I mean, the other thing I was talking about with the hair, like this, like how just sloppy that hair sculpt is.
Yeah, look how it ends. It's just a straight line across. It doesn't even make sense.
She's got the mo cut on the bottom of her hair.
Yeah. That's, whoever designed this figure, they should be slapped in the mouth a little bit. I'm just saying, with a fish, with a dead fish. I don't know.
I don't know with that grandmom bikini she's got on. She probably smells like fish.
Yeah. Oh, probably. But I mean, like, look, like the arms too. You have a perfect opportunity where you can do a nice bicep cut, and they did a one solid piece. That's why her arms look so funny. Single joints for the elbows. That's a fail.
Yeah, single joint for the elbows. There was just a little bit of turn at the wrist, and then the shoulders. Even though they're supposed to come up, those big shoulder pads, which they're not even all that big, but the way the joints move, they don't allow any kind of real movement. I mean, it was nice that they had the shoulder rock for both of them. That was nice, and it would have been great had they put a bicep cut in there or a better cut at maybe at the elbow. I mean, there were so many things that they just missed on this one that could have made this so much better. And those really weak ankles. Oh my God. They just drove me nuts, especially with a female character, because you know that their proportions are going to be smaller when they get down by their feet. You're going to need strong ankles to hold that female character up. And these ones are so sloppy that she just topples around. And you need to use that shitty ass base, which, by the way they designed the peg hole is they're sitting up almost like she, her stilettos have got like an in cut to them on the bottom of her feet. So it's a pain in the ass to even peg that freaking basin too. So that's just another fail on top of that I forgot to mention.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This was piss poor design is what it is. From again, early on in the stages of development. It should have never gone to sculpt in plastic form with how she is. The idea was there, but they goofed. The legs had the right joints, but it's the way that they designed them were again poorly done. The way that the sculpt was done for the hips and the waist, poorly done. Yeah, it's sad because this is a great character. Everyone loved her, and she's the reason why a lot of us have certain people have fetishes for dominatrix types. It's
the part that really drove me nuts about this figure, Vinny, I mean, absolutely crazy, is overall, if you look at her inside the package, she looks great.
Yeah.
The amount of different coloring that they use, especially with the armor, where it's got like a brighter, more glossy look to it, and then you got
even
like the
in
regular
these shots. Yeah, even in these shots that you did, she looks great. But when you go to pick her up, she feels like a junky, cheap toy.
Yeah.
That's the sad thing about it. So, I mean, again, she's still worth getting if you're a fan and you're collecting all the G.I. Joe stuff. But it said that we didn't get the proper type of figure with her because she's very limited in her poses. So, but again, you get that many joints into a figure, it's supposed to be posable, not statue like in a lot of different ways. But that's besides the point. We're rambling a little bit, but they did step up, and I'll give that to them. Their later figures, they're doing a way better job, because I know the Marvel Legends had the same issues. They just kept reusing the same bodies over and over, so it'd be the same stupid hand you saw in every figure, the same single jointed bicep or elbows, and no articulation in the biceps. It was just all connected to the shoulder. But over time, they put the proper joints in, so you have more poses you could do, better range of motion for the characters. That's what you're supposed to do.
From us to you, Hasbro, just reusing a mold and not making any of the corrections that you should have did when you went back into production. We got a message for you.
Not okay.
I believe Manliness here. Is it anatomically correct? Ellen, probably. I have one of those I could show you in a minute. I got one of the Japanese imports, because the 1/6 scale figures I get, they there's like two types of bodies pretty much. So they have either the Fison ones, which are like the endoskeleton, there's a metal skeleton underneath on top of a silicone body, and you can get them in great poses. The problem is those figures over time, they don't last long. The bodies start to deteriorate. but there's also ones that have like solid joints, and it's just like the midsection is usually like a softer material that they use, but those figures are going to last way longer. And they did like an updated version that has better female proportions and stuff. So I said that I want to give one of those a try. Ordered it a long time ago. These things have finally started to release. You know, and they're not too bad in price for 1/6 scale, because those metal body ones are anywhere from like 60 to 100. Something like the one I just described is anywhere from like 35 to maybe 50, something around there. So yeah, and it's interesting too to see just like what they're doing to make things even better for artists, because a lot of those figures, those bodies for the 1/6, the 1/6 scale ones, a lot of artists use them for posing and stuff, you know, for their drawings and shit. Because like the Arnold Schwarzenegger body that they used for the Fison ones, those are accurate in every possible way. Like the muscles of it looks like him from 1984, which is really cool. So and how you move the bodies around, like you could definitely see that. In fact, I could pull it up for you.
A Time Prophet, right here. That's where they hurt him.
It's the shoulders, the diaper, and the vagina.
Diaper.
Yeah. I don't show me on the doll where they hurt you. What do you think I am? Gamers? Get out of here. Right now, they're all watching Ant-Man. So
I still say this is the comment of the night for me right there. Oh, smelled like a fish market.
Yeah, they all smell like a fish market. But yeah,
a wet fish market.
Yeah. Here's the figures I was talking about anyway. The 1/6 scale ones, and like again, you could get them in pretty good poses, and because of the silicone molds that they use, like it looks natural to again like Arnold's body from 1984 and whatnot. So it's pretty cool how they did all that. So you could get them in awesome poses, and it looks natural for the most part. The only time it doesn't is when you put the arms straight up like this, because they don't rotate the shoulders properly. Well, the silicone won't rotate, but otherwise, I mean, they're pretty great, and that's why a lot of people use them.
I heard actresses in Hollywood have that same problem.
Yep, this is true. They also, I can't talk about that. There was someone told me a story about a specific actor today, and I was laughing my ass off. One of my buddies, he went to one of those conventions, and they were like the porn ones in Vegas, and he was talking to like two of those actresses, and oh my god, the stories that they had about celebrities. Holy shit, was that funny?
Actresses.
Yeah, actresses. One was. She was on Boy Meets World and then went into porn. So she did like a couple of movies, or regular movies, and then she ended up doing.
Talk about a downgrade.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because they said as she got older that they didn't want to give her work anymore. So she goes, and there's almost no difference except you actually get paid for sleeping with these other actors and stuff on screen rather than sleeping with an old disgusting producer and getting a small chance at getting a role.
So what you're saying is they basically told her that the roast beef was no good anymore and the andouille sauce was not spicing it up enough.
Exactly. Tommy said it word for word. I did all that talking for. Oh, Manliness. Yeah, that's her. Yeah, Maitland Ward. That's her name. Yeah, because he was chatting with her for a bit because she's got.
I hear Maitland and I think Victor Maitland.
Yeah, no, she's a pretty redhead. I don't understand why they're not giving why they weren't giving her work, because I think she looks pretty amazing still, and she's got to be close to 50 or maybe late 40s. She still looks good. It's like, what the hell? You're not giving her roles, so she went and did hardcore porn. Holy shit. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's bizarre to me, but hey, if you're into that kind of thing, I know there's a lot of sick creeps out there in certain communities, CG and whatnot. That,
I'm sure somebody wanted Betty White to do it.
Papa Cotton, that's exactly who I was thinking of too. Yeah.
With Death Chick.
Marley? Is that her first name?
Oh, Yeah, what the hell was it? Yeah, it was something like that. It was close to that. No, it wasn't her. This chick she could hear and she could speak.
Wait a minute. I thought Marley was the dog.
Okay, now I gotta Google.
Yeah, Google her.
Marley and me.
Just do like deaf actress, famous, something like that. Whatever. There's not that many deaf actresses that were big. Because like in the 80s and the 90s, she did a lot of roles, TV and movies and whatnot.
A bit broke, man. Just a bit.
Yeah, we detoured so fast already.
Yeah, Marley Maitland. Yeah, different last name.
Yeah, different one. Yeah. This one was Maitland Ward. But,
I'm not Googling. I'm not
yeah,
going to Google her.
Would that be Maitland Ward or would that be Maitland Horde?
Maybe Warts. I don't know. Anyway.
Hey, Slasher.
Hey, Slasher. What's up?
What
We're
else,
talking about
Slasher?
toys and porn, apparently.
Well, don't they go hand in hand? Or in somebody else's hand? Or...
Pun intended.
Batteries not included. No. Hold on. I'll show you. Again, I didn't get a chance to film anything this week. I only had the shorts that I put out there. So here's a Shazam one.
Well, here's the movie we're never going to get to see. At least in plastic form, you could see the two of them together. But at this point, who cares? Fuck you, James Gunn. Oh, pretty nice figure. Definitely say that.
That is cool.
Good together.
Yeah, I like them. Again, it's a shame that they're not going to ever continue this. So I mean, Shazam 2 is going to be a one and done, and that's it. I was never against a lot of the old DC shit. Well, the ones that are kind of been coming out, but I am boycotting the shit out of anything with James Gunn on it. This movie was filmed before that. They said after Aquaman is when all the James Gunn garbage comes out. So, but this will probably be the last DC movie I sing, realistically, because I'm not going to support the other shit. I think Zach Levi, he did a good job with the first movie. It wasn't something I was really eager to see, but when I was invited, I went with a couple people, and I'm like, oh, this is actually really good.
That was something that I felt mediocre about. I thought it was okay, but I think the inclusion of the rest of that Shazam family was just too soon. They didn't even give time for his character to actually breathe in his own movie. What's going on that day? Outlaw, real quick, and Samba Go. I love that. This stream is about toys, porn, and grandma bikinis.
Oh my. But I agree. I think they pulled the trigger too quickly with the super family part. They did go off of Jeff Johns' story that was actually really good, but they had to change stuff because there was another character that was too much they couldn't do in there. So but yeah, I mean, again, they sped it up too much, which is a shame. But I mean, with Fury of the Gods, we'll see what they do with that. But again, I know they had to cut cameos and stuff. They said that Gal Gadot, that might be one of the last movies we see her in as Wonder Woman. And that's if they're keeping her character in there and with her cameo. But we'll see. Either way, I'm not going to watch the other shit. I've been pretty much boycotting all of the Marvel garbage. I said that I might see the third Deadpool movie, but other than that, nothing else. I don't give a shit. These shills running out, throwing all their money, like, man, it's like embarrassing at this point. I saw like 4 different YouTubers who are like, yeah, I went to go see the movie. Look, here's pictures of an empty theater. Yeah, it's empty because you saw the first screening on preview night where everyone's working and everyone's at school. Of course, it's going to be empty so that they could have their little fake tantrums on YouTube and collect super chats. What a bunch of prostitutes. God. But, don't worry. When they get home, they're all going to go on Twitch and they're going to live stream Hogswart, where they basically they're giving money to a hardcore lefty and going, we're sticking it to them. Yeah, you're sticking it to them. Well,
what you're saying is from being prostitutes, it sounds like they've already got some experience. So if YouTube ever fails them, they can always go the Jack Murphy route.
Don't worry, they're all going to start dropping their cameras in their laps, just like they're heroes that hug and kiss and do bad things to kids. Anyway,
hey, you want to reach into the bottom of my popcorn bucket?
R2D2.
That's all I can think of now.
These people are nut jobs. Sorry, I call it how I see it, and I see that a bunch of people are complete hypocrites. But don't worry. McCulture war. They're fighting McCulture war.
Yeah.
Oh God, Tommy.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. And that all day long, my foot up a dog's ass. Just bang, bang, bang up his ass. That's my pleasure.
Shitter was full.
Right? Isn't it? This is something else, dude. Something else entirely. We need to do but call out the nonsense, because I think at this point that's the only thing we really could do. Point and laugh.
Yeah.
There were a couple of cool things I did see recently that these companies are dropping. Let me see if I can find this. I'm gonna have to go on the old interwebs here. I know Hot Toys. I mean, they've been putting out showing some new stuff that's going to be coming out like next year and whatnot. But holy crap, do they look great? I'm too rich for my blood though. They showed the '89 Batman.
Oh, the one with the that comes with the Batmobile.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. They're
Yes.
slicing the maintenance right now.
Steve posted that. That looks awesome.
Oh my God, does it? Like, I don't know if I rob a bank or something. I mean,
Look, yeah, I don't feel like taking out another loan
No.
to go buy.
Right? Dude, tell me about it. Let me see. Hot Toys. Batman. Let's see if it pops up on Big Bad Toy Store, because apparently the other site is not doing so good. Because the shots look incredible. This is basically a re-release of the 1989 Batman. Because it's a re-release, but they updated it because that's something that they actually do, which I'm surprised by.
Now, the one that Stig posted and tagged us in, is that the one from Hot Toys?
It is.
So, do you think there'd be a third party doing it for cheaper?
I don't know, because it's Batman. They got away with it with the Jack Nicholson Joker, which was they slid by. That no one knows how they kind of got away with it. But Batman's he's got too many trademarks. The symbol on his chest alone is trademark, so
yeah,
they could shut them down so fast.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Especially with them doing the old the bait and switch to get people to watch Ezra Miller as the Flash. That's a little bit more prevalent right now, especially, so they'll be watching for companies that are trying to take that license and, not being authorized to use it. So they're going to be on the lookout for them.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, dude, for sure. Okay, this thing is opening up. I'm on another site because, of course, they don't have photos on this site. This is aggravating. It's regular Google. I'm sorry, folks.
Is Susan working for Google now?
Yeah, I think so. I think the article I read mentioned Alphabet and I think it was Google and Alphabet.
Yeah, because Alphabet is the company that technically owns Google, and then of course Google owns YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So
I got you, Google.
They basically they're firing her upwards.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be exactly the same.
Yeah. I guess this is the figure, but I don't know why they don't have the proper. This is from San Diego Comic-Con, which I think this was the original body, but they updated it. Maybe it's called the DX. But there's a ton of Batman shit coming out now, which is kind of crazy.
It's always about Batman, though.
Yeah. Well, again, like you said, what Tommy said, they're riding off of. Yeah, this is the updated one. They're riding off of Keaton right now because the Flash and all that crap. But I gotta say though, I mean, this '89 Batman looks incredible. This thing's a masterpiece. I don't know how the hell they did it. They got the different face plates that swaps out with a magnet.
Oh,
You get him
nice.
kind of like with the busted up smiling face, the slight different expressions. But they're using different material because the first one they said you could barely move them because the rubber suit that they had over the figure, there was almost like no articulation you could really do with them. With
So
this
basically, it was like the real outfit.
yeah. He's like, he needed 4 people to help him pee. I feel bad for him if he had to take his shit. Like, what are you gonna do?
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, we're too real here. We're too real. There is a third party company that they're just doing the Bruce Wayne. That I know. But I think this is from Batman Returns.
Question. Time Prophet asks, can you still get Adam West?
You might be able to find it, but it's going to be like on eBay.
I bet for a pretty penny. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, that's going to be retarded money. But I like the cowl better on Returns and the bat symbol. But I think the overall suit looked better in the '89 one. I like the more like the muscle suit that they had. That was kind of cool. But you know, I think both Batman suits looked incredible. But again, I'm not watching The Flash. I don't give a shit about that. I don't need to see a 70-something-year-old Michael Keaton in a CGI body. I'm good.
Are they using him for like just a flashback?
No, he's going to be in the majority of the Flash movie. That's how they get everyone to run to the theater for nostalgia points, which is nuts. But yeah, it's crazy. I'm Batman. Time Prophet says, I am Negan. But yeah, I don't know. But this thing does look cool. I think they did a great job. I know there are third-party companies that are releasing more Jokers. They're doing like the version where like it looks like the face paint is like all kind of smeared down his face when she splashes the pitcher of water at him. But those are gonna be third-party stuff. I'll see if I can find that. You know, I love the quality on these things. It's a shame that these things, like again, Tommy said, you're gonna remortgage your house in order to get them. Kind of retarded.
Wow, there's one really nice statue of Batman, of the Adam West Batman for. Well, I guess they're asking. I don't. Yeah. I don't know, like if there's any bids or anything. I'm not on eBay, but it popped up on the Google Shopping tab.
Yeah.
$14.50.
Oof.
Yeah, and
that's a lot of scratch.
Oh wait a minute, $14.50?
No. Yeah. Right.
Hold on, let me present. Yeah, you got to see this. This Joker. Look how good the likeness is on this thing. This is third party. Whoa, holy crap, that blew up.
I don't know about the eyes being closed though.
Well, he comes with a couple of different expressions. Yeah, he's got the other face too.
Okay.
Which that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that likeness is crazy.
Yeah, it almost looks like you see skin pores, like pores in. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing how they did this. But this is the same company that made the other bootleg Joker that I have. So they figured they have the same body, like they're reusing the hands, the suit, but it is a different suit to be honest. But yeah, they're reusing some parts, not all of them. But yeah, holy crap, this is amazing.
That's nice. That's really nice.
Yeah. I love that gloss they kind of get in the eyes too. Yeah, for sure. Time Prophet. Same deal. Yeah, the other one looks like
it looks like a cat. Yeah, for real.
The other one, yeah. But yeah, I'm impressed. These companies are great. Although this hat is shitty, the one that they have in his head there. The Hot Toys one was really good, but like the one that I do have is better than this. So I don't know why they like for a promo shot. That's not what you do.
Yeah, it's in the eyes, Chico.
Yeah. So he comes with 3 heads apparently, so which is interesting. But to be honest, if you're going to be more film accurate, that head would go on the other body. So maybe they know that people get multiple figures anyway, because a lot of those collectors do. So they'll have different scenes. This is when he electrocutes the one dude, the mafia guy. So he should have came with a joy buzzer. What the hell?
It wouldn't it have been attached to his hand?
It should have been. I don't know. Maybe they'll fix that. But hey, it's cool that they give you different expressions and different stuff too. So I don't mind so much. I still think that looks really good. But this face is perfect.
Yeah, I don't like the laughing face at all.
Well, you're wrong. No, I'm kidding. Everyone's entitled to their opinions, and yeah, it's pretty cool. The stuff that they have out there is sick, and I love that the third-party companies are tackling different stuff. There's a couple of companies that just kind of already went out of business during the pandemic, which is kind of crazy. There was one that was working on the Geralt figure from The Witcher, and they completely closed up shop. But there is So Toys. They launched, and So Toys is a good company. But again, I mean, figure still looks cool, even though they show shit. But if you guys want to take a look at that one, this is kind of cool looking too. Like the details on here are pretty sweet. Like the way that they did it. I love how they do like the split cut boot. So the figure's got proper articulation and everything too. All the little pouches and potions and stuff he makes. Like this company, they do a good job.
Oh my god, he looks just like Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Cavill.
That's cool too. They did it like this. I wonder if they're going to put any effects on these things, because some figures, like they put, like if you shine a light on them, they will glow. Some things, it depends on what it is, what the property is. But I'll have to look into that. But yeah, they got him. They got him down cold.
Wow.
So good stuff. And I like that they have just, this is plastic. It's not leather. So like this figure is going to last. I know the company that went out of business, they were using leather and or fake leather, so it's kind of better that they didn't end up dropping it. But the thing is, a lot of these prices are too insane. That's why the Chinese markets, if you could find them there, they're usually a lot cheaper. This is an American company, and like they have all different sorts of stuff. But let's see, this guy I'm still waiting for, freaking Homelander. He's been taking forever to come out. But oh yeah, they did have another version of the Joker too here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so they know what they're doing, these people.
There's a buzzer.
No, that's a mask, and this one is the
trigger switch.
Or the trigger. It's either the trigger or the walkie-talkie. We got them confused last time too. This face is shit. This one's bad. But I think the other ones were really good. It's cool that they have all these different ones on. And they're giving people opportunities to get. This is the one that I got and I did the full review on. But I didn't pay this price. I paid a different price for it.
Yeah, but you waited forever for that one.
Yeah, I did. He got lost in the mail. I was furious. It was lost for like 2.5 months, something like that. No longer.
Hey, there you go, Vinny. What's up, Soul Assassin?
He's a good one. What's up, man? 6 scale. Oh yeah, and yeah. There's another Leon. Yeah, they have to, I think, because the remake game's coming out. But the one that I have is from the remake of the second one. But yeah, I'm sure they're going to be doing the remake of the fourth one. I mean, they're like printing money with those figures. They sell out all the time. Anything Resident Evil related, good luck finding it. It's nuts.
So it's some pretty interesting stuff out there. I tell you what, we need more companies creating interesting things just because of the way some of these other companies are going. Like with some of the stuff that Hasbro's doing. I mean, I've gone on and on about this Transformer stuff, and I don't even want to talk about it anymore because I don't want to give any more attention to Hasbro because I'm about done with them. So, I've got the last of my pre-orders and everything, and then that's it. Like everything else, I'm done with them. I'm going to be looking at Mattel, and I'm going to be looking at NECA, and I know people have their problems with NECA, but you know what? So far, I haven't gotten a broken figure from NECA. I mean, there's been things that have been wrong with the figures, and they haven't been perfect, but they haven't been broken. So if it ain't broken when I'm getting it, I'm not going to worry about what everybody else is saying because, it could be them just being rough with the damn things. I mean, I know some people talk about that, well, they have to heat the joints up. I've had some of the stiff joints on those NECA figures, and I just went ahead and just moved them anyway for the sheer hell of it to see if they would break, and they never did. So
nice.
And until I get something like that, I'm not going to say anything about that and add on to that conversation because I don't have that experience with them right now.
Yeah, well, they've gotten better. When they first started, like their first couple of years, it was rough. It was hit and miss. There was a lot of figures, just like McFarlane, where you go to move a joint and it would pin, and as soon as you move it upward, it would just snap right off. The mushroom would snap in half, and there goes your figure. So, but yeah, they changed the plastic over time. They had to do some quality control tests, and they figured it out. So I'll give that to them. But their customer service was always shit.
I'll tell you, the one thing I'm really interested in after seeing some of it in Target was some of the SH Monster Art stuff they were doing. I would love to see them start bringing in the SH figure arts into regular retail stores too, if that was even possible. I mean, if they're bringing the Monster Art one, why not bring their regular line in too?
I have seen Target had a couple like Naruto figures and Dragon Ball Z. They have brought them in because my friend. Oh, I forgot to review that one. My friend got me one of the Dragon Ball ones to do a review. I might be giving it back to him, or I think he said or I could actually because I have like the gift receipt or whatever. I could bring it back myself, but that's provided because I don't know anything about Dragon Ball, but he figured it'd be pretty good for the stream, for the channel and stuff. So I might just do a full review on that guy. But yeah, he got that at Target, so they're starting to do it. But there are other figures that they're just way too expensive, so they're not doing that at the moment. But you never know. You never know. They could eventually.
Hey, what's going on, Pulp Noir?
Yeah, what's up, man? Sentinel.
See, Sentinel's in the house too. What's up? What's up? He saw the SH figure arts Goku at Target several times for 40. You know what though? I mean, here's one thing I will tell you about some of those figure arts from the SH figure arts or Monster Arts ones. It seems like Target screws up being able to put their proper store pricing on it. So I've seen some of those figures wind up going up to the cash register and getting them for a little bit less than what they should have been because they don't know what they're supposed to be marked at because they're just screwing up.
You want to know why? Because they have two different versions. So I have one that's like in the box that has all the accessories and stuff. Then they have one that's a slightly cheaper version. And so I think they're putting the wrong price on the wrong figure because it's the same name and it's the same company. So whoever's putting them out, you might be able to get a deal on some of that shit.
Well, I was looking on it. They didn't even have anything like a SKU number for Target. They just had the stuff that came right over from Japan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's interesting. But even still, though, that's a good price for SH figure arts. They're usually like between like 65 to 100, depending on what the character is, what the property is.
Yeah, the Kong one that I picked up, that was originally supposed to be 65, but they actually had a discount at the time at Target, and it was like 50. Yeah. So I actually got that one a little bit cheaper, but
that's good at least. But yeah, see, that's it because they're the import figures, and the reason why those are more expensive, and a lot of people might not know, is because when you do figures that are super articulated, you have to cut steel for every single part. So the more parts that are movable, the more steel it is, and that's why the cost goes up on all those things.
Oh yeah, time profit. Yeah, they don't put taxes on the prices. Yeah, that's during cash out.
That's because different states have different tax rates. And also, if you can, you should be able to do the math.
Yeah, it isn't that hard. But I got one more from Hasbro. This one was actually better than the Baroness, and he technically goes with the Baroness because they had like a on and off again kind of relationship in the original cartoon, which I think some people might have forgot about. But this one I really liked. I thought this one was really good. I didn't even feel the need to upload a whole bunch of extra pictures because I think everything minus that big joint swivel, the T swivel in it, everything else about this figure was like perfect. It was just the abdomen cut. But here's a look at what I got and showing it off.
Guys, what's going on? We are once again hanging out with Barnes, Mr. BattleBot, and G.I. Joe Pig, who's actually now trying to nibble on the tag in the betting. Oh, Barnes. Well, what are we showing off? 2022 G.I. Joe Destro figure, the big 6-inch figure. Of course, the same with a lot of the other ones on the back, a little bit of the callbacks with the classified file on the back of the packaging.
Destro, darling. Where are you?
And out of the package, here we have Destro. And unlike the Baroness one, this one can actually stand on his own, even though he did come with a nice little base as well.
The shipment was difficult to assemble, and I lost more time climbing to this ridiculously melodramatic location.
The standards I look for is, can a figure kneel down on his own? And Destro can do that fairly damn well. Double jointed knees, a turn at the thigh joint, of course at the hip, and a little bit of a drop down as well. He does have some ankle pivot over here, a little bit of shin turn. He has a waist turn. He has this big cut right here. I've never liked this cut, and this one feels extremely loose on Destro. I don't like that. He's got a fair amount of head movement, but there's not much up and down. It's mostly side to side, and the chain that's around his neck with his locket is actually movable. He's got a lot more range of movement in him in the shoulders than the Baroness figure did, and a upper bicep cut. He doesn't have a cut at the elbow, but he does have double jointed elbows.
Such bottomless stupidity! The fools!
He does come with a briefcase as another additional accessory, which was really difficult to get in his hand. He does also have a holster to store his small sidearm.
Don't they realize they're dealing with Destro?
He has a decent range of movement. He can't support his weight enough leaning back that far, and I did have to use the base for that pose. And the briefcase does open up, and it shows the Mars keyboard and a whole stash of money sitting there for Destro.
Yeah, he's a great figure. I was really happy with how they did this one. I know the only difference between that one and the original release is some of the paint applications, but otherwise it's fantastic.
No, it was definitely, I was completely happy with this one as opposed to the Baroness one, which, once again, the sculpt work on both of them look incredible. All the paint applications on the Baroness look great, but her limited articulation and then some of the joints being so extremely loose and that stupid, overly done cut in the side of the head for the glasses really just destroyed my love for that figure. But the Destro one, other than the waist, with that T joint being really loose, like if that was tighter, I wouldn't have had as much of a problem with it because it really didn't affect how the figure looked. But because it was so loose, it bothered me a bit because it was just a bit sloppy.
Yeah, Tommy doesn't like it loose; he likes it tight.
That's right. If it ain't tight, it ain't right.
If it ain't tight, it's roast beef.
We got the meats.
Arby's, that's what it is. Oh shit! But that's great. And I love the clip that you had too when you have her like all disheveled and ripped up shoulder, and she's looking for Destro in a bunch of tall grass.
Yeah, and he's over there with another Cobra chick.
That was awesome. Holy shit! Those cartoons were hilarious. But yeah, no, I think the G.I. Joe line, I mean, they have a lot of beautiful figures that came out. But yeah, as time went on, I think they got better and better with those figures for sure. Especially the female ones. Like, they're doing all new sculpts. They're not doing any reuse. And They're multi-jointed, just like the male figures, and with the proper articulation. Like I said, that Zorana, there's cool stuff I want to show you guys about that one when I do a full review of it.
See, that's another thing. It's really irking me about Hasbro with all this stupid shit that they're pushing. There was a few of those figures in the classified line that I really wanted. I wanted that Zartan, the one that came with the original blue colored chest pieces and everything like that, like the original figure did when you put it out in the sun, which was originally only a Walmart exclusive. And they were supposed to be re-releasing that as one of these blister pack ones, but of course you never see it anywhere. So I wanted that. I wanted the Zorana figure, and I was kind of hoping they were going to do their brother Xandar as well, and then Ripper, Torch, and Buzzer, because I would have liked to have had the original group of Dreadnoughts. But with the way they're going, I just don't even want to give them another penny, and it really is a shame because I really did want those figures.
I know, which I can't blame you for it. I mean, and that's the thing. It's some people just like getting kicked in the balls, and they still give their money to it. But for us, once we start getting burned, like, nope, that we're good. You guys could suck it, just like Disney could suck it. But yeah, it's a shame. I don't know. There's still a handful that I might still get, but at the same time, the more they push their bullshit, the less likely I am to pick up those figures. So.
Slasher wants to know, did they ever do Serpentor?
Oh my God, did they? He looks incredible, but the price is retarded. It is.
He comes with the Sky Sled, right?
Yep. And they kind of did it like the original figure where you have to kind of put it together. Which for the price that it is, it's like, come on. Dude, I think it's like $90 or something for that set. And probably even more with shipping and everything else. Because Hasbro, they're a bunch of douches. Go to their website. If this
they're a bunch of damn crooks. Because if you go on that Hasbro Pulse site, you're buying direct from them. So at that point, you should be getting a little bit of discount. Because anybody that knows anything about retail, these stores are not paying retail price because they would never make any money. They're paying a fraction of the cost of what it is at retail. Because usually a markup in a retail store is about 500%. They're getting these figures for next to nothing and marking it up. And then Hasbro is selling it to you direct for the exact same price as the retail. Now, I understand they can't sell it for too much less because then why would anybody go to a retail store to buy it? But at the same token, if you're buying from them direct and you're paying shipping from them, you should be getting something off. You should be getting a little bit cheaper. There should be an incentive to want to buy directly from them, and there isn't.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Yeah. This is $80 here, but again, only one place to get it. It's already sold out. Because this is how they do it with their stupid little Pulse thing. But if this is an exclusive to Pulse, I don't know if it is, or it would say that, but if it is, you have to pay an additional $50. So they are literally robbing people. And I'm sorry, the figure itself is like a standard figure. Probably even cheaper because there's less paint applications than on other figures. His sled over here, this is all like solid pieces with a little bit of like decal type work on there. But this is solid plastic. There's no reason for it to cost as much as it's costing. Like I said, granted, he does look great. Sculpt work's amazing on him. Very accurate to the cartoons. He has two different heads. One where like the back part kind of connects, and there's one that it's separate, which is interesting that they did that. But yeah, he does look awesome. It's a damn shame though. This is like a figure that I'm not going to be able to get because it's too expensive and he's too hard to get. So that sucks ass. But he does look amazing. I don't know if someone else will eventually, if they'll cut a deal with one of these stores. But I mean, if they do, I think the price could come down. So at the moment, they want to bend people over. And granted, that Sky Sled thing looks awesome. It really does. So it's a damn shame.
Yeah, we've got the original one sitting in the back with the Sky Sled and everything like that. And I mean, that updated version does look a lot better than the original one. But holy shit, yeah, that price tag, yikes.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. You get this crazy, weird, special packaging for him. But yeah, he comes with the head that's connected with that kind of Cobra flap things, and then there's the one that's separate. So they kind of have two different pieces. So I think it was the top of his head that's kind of removable, and then you swap it out. and you could pop those in. But I mean, again, packaging looks really cool on it for what it is. But at the same time, I still rather be able to see the figure. Like the back artwork, that looks cool, but the front should have had like the window where you could actually see the figure, not, you know.
At the very least, if they were going to do that, they should have did like they did with the Snake Eyes and Timber one, where they actually give you shots of the actual figure itself. I mean, it's not great, and I'm not saying that's preferable, but at least you get an idea of what the damn figure looks like.
Absolutely, you got to do something. You can't just keep doing these shitty fucking promo pieces and covering up the figure completely. Because again, you don't know if your figure's going to have a paint application that's, you know, kind of screwed up.
Or if it's just broken inside the package, or even worse yet, like the horror stories we heard where somebody bought it, opened it up, stuck another cheaper figure in there, and returned it to the store.
Mm-hmm. That also happens a lot. So you never know. But yeah, it's a good looking figure for sure. Slasher, yeah, he does look good, but it's a damn shame. Because yeah, it's ridiculous. Is he gold plated? Yeah, right. For that price, you should put at least gold leaf on there. Douches. But the Cobra does open up on the sled, like the mouth, it opens up. Like there's cool little features, but at the same time, it's like, nope, can't do it.
Now that thing should open up, and the eyes should light up, and there should be a lot more for $80.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he should actually be able like remote controlled for that price. Come on now.
Crossed Eye Serpenter should go for $25.
Right.
Yeah, Soul Assassin. I think I did see a couple of those ones where they were just going at Hasbro, and I can't say I blame them.
What's with these basketball figures too? So weird. Yeah, look, they're not selling, so they have to slash the price. That's hilarious.
They'll eventually go into a clearance bin.
And this too, they're doing this shit. You can send in photos, and they put your face on figures. They're doing any stupid gimmick right now.
That's another one that was just
yeah. This is so stupid. The lineup is dumb. How they did these, and if you want to get the arc, you got to get all these shitty figures. Ridiculous. But you know. Oh, don't forget, all the geeks and gamers are running out to see this. I hate Disney. Don't watch it. Boycott it. I'm in the theater. Loser.
Hey, whose hand is that up my ass?
Whose head did I laugh? Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. Humble. Sorry, I have too much fun doing that. But anyway, you know, making fun of douchebags. I don't know. And their lineup of like their Transformers Legacy figures, like I hate the lineup that they have coming out now. I
don't understand. I mean, how could they go from doing it so right, and then even digging back into the Diaclone era and coming out with figures that were in their original Diaclone colors and doing all that shit to just start? I mean, first off, that all spark trash. And what they're doing with the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line, which was kind of, to an extent, a small extension of the Siege and the Legacy line, where they were kind of fusing like two ideas together to create a new line that was more actually leaning towards the Legacy, what the Legacy line became. And then they just like went in this direction where they were like almost play school looking because they were so cheap looking. Like it's just retarded. And you know that they're probably going to start at some point leaning in that direction with the G.I. Joe figures as well, because I guess why not?
Yeah. You know it's going to happen, especially when they start to go like the lower level characters or people that they're not really too sure who they are, or, you know, when they did like the later seasons when they changed their looks completely and no one was watching. Like, yeah, they'll go cheap. They'll always goof it up. Because they had like the pimp version of Destro that came out at one point too. When he's got the gold mask and he's got like the white leopard.
Yeah.
Oh man, what a ridiculous design.
At least with the original ones, when they did the gold, that was basically it. It was like slightly remolded body with a gold head instead of the silver.
Right.
That's what they did in the original line. And it looked pretty good. Matter of fact, we have that one sitting in the back somewhere. It looks nice. So
yeah, that's cool. Because again, like you said, it's the head. And they've done that in the comics where they swap out his head. with the instead of a silver mask, it's a gold mask, and that's fine. But you putting him in a pimp outfit where he's like magenta all over, and then he's got like the white leopard collar. Like, I mean, come on, dude. And
You know what I feel like at this point, Vinny?
What
I
do you
think
feel
what
like?
we all need is we need a palate cleanser.
Yes,
And I have a palate cleanser right here.
do it.
Toy break. Hey guys, what's going on? And for our toy break, we got an old school Mutant Ninja Turtles cycle. This one was actually packed away at my father's house, was never assembled, never put together, so it is pretty much exactly like it was the day that it was bought out of the store. Even still has a tag on there from a retail store called Clover, which doesn't exist anymore. One side of the box was already open. As you can see, the turtle cycle still packed away in there, still wrapped in plastic. Came with a joke book apparently in there too, so everything is still sitting here brand new, just like the way it came off the toy store shelf.
That's cool.
There you go. There, that's a palate cleanser, bringing out the old school stuff.
Old school stuff rocks. All
Dude,
the
I
way,
still can't believe that was sitting over there like brand new, just sealed up.
Shit. I got so much stuff still in boxes. It's ridiculous.
Well, I told the story to a few people how that happened. So what my father would do is he would go out and he would buy something for somebody for Christmas. He would pack it away somewhere in the house, completely forget where he put it, and that's where it would stay. So this was probably bought sometime in the, I guess, like late 80s, early 90s, when he found it on the toy store shelf, and he packed it away in the basement, intending to wrap it up for Christmas, and forgot all about it.
Jesus, man, that's nuts.
No, you got the garbage can sidecar somewhere. Nice.
Holy hell. Yeah.
But when I did the review of the Donatello and the Raphael, which was supposed to be the original 1989 12-inch figures, I could not find any of the original turtles compare that skin color, because Lasso had to so happily point out it looked more brown, and the lighting I was in made it look green. And I was like, no, it's green. And I took it into a better lighting outside, or near an outside window rather, and I seen it was brown, and I was like, son of a bitch. And she's like, yeah, you got Tyrone. That's not Donatello, that's Tyrone.
That shit is shit brown.
Yeah. Oh, it's bad. So what I did is I did find that turtle cycle, and on the side picture, it's actually got him and Michelangelo on the bike. So I was able to use that as the color comparison. But yeah, holy shit. Matter of fact, that 12-inch figure is going back.
Oh shit. Yeah, man. You got to do what you got to do, brother. I brought back a number of figures too. In the past.
On the package, it says original 1989, and it's obviously not. I compared it right next to my original 1989 Leonardo figure. I mean, number one, the thing was smaller, and like all the proportions were smaller, and it just wasn't the same. Didn't feel the same. And I mean, they did make a few improvements, like the original. And I don't know if you remember the original 1989 12-inch figures. They had like a lot of cloth bandanas or bandoliers and everything to hold their weapons. This one is all like softer rubber instead, so it'll never get moldy or anything like that if it happens to get wet. So yeah, that's about the only thing they did right. Yeah, turtles. Turtles.
Turtle. Oh shit. So Trina, you got any cool stuff you want to talk about toy wise?
Just my Dracula and Invisible Man shipped from Big Bad Toy Store, so
Nice.
excited for those to come in. That's about it. Tommy posted about Orko today, and it made me go on eBay shopping. So I have some stuff in the cart, and I'm trying to like tell myself, do I really need this stuff?
Yes.
Oh, it's a sickness at one point.
There's a good guinea pig and a bad guinea pig, and both of them on your shoulder are going to tell you yes. Buy it.
Yeah, it becomes difficult. There's things I've had to cancel, and I'm like, yeah, it's too rich for my blood at the moment.
Yeah.
Like I want to get that Dracula so bad, but it's if it's out of pocket, like I don't want to put anything on cards or anything, and you know, it's you gotta manage stuff.
Look, it's like this. If you're going out to the damn store, you're not going out there to buy food first. You're looking for toys first. Now, if it comes down to the question of whether or not you're going to eat that week or buy a toy, then that's when you got to make the hard decision and just decide not to eat that week. But you got to make these decisions wisely.
I've made that same exact joke.
Yeah.
Tommy's like, yeah, gotta go to the store. There's certain items I have to get as soon as you walk into the store. Like, you run to the toy aisle in case, because if there's a kid who's about to touch a figure that he wants, he's got to kick that kid across the aisle so he can grab that figure. then he's gonna go buy his cereal and his Pop-Tarts or whatever else.
Hey kid, you ever play air hockey before? No. Well, here you're gonna be the puck. My child.
You're not wrong.
See, the wife don't even question it anymore. You're gonna go walk over to the toy aisle, ain't you? Yes, I am.
Oh yeah, we do the same thing when we're headed to Target. It's I just say we're headed straight to the toy aisle. Like it's just known. That's
okay, so do you have to remind him, okay, look, I got to hit the toy aisle and then I got to go over by the record and DVD section?
No, we usually split the task.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's good. They cover the ground. She's like, hey, go make sure, see if they got the Dracula figure there. I want it. But I'm going to look down these toy aisles for the other stuff I wanted.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
Shit.
See, I don't get that. I get that's your thing. You go look. That's what I get.
Well, could you blame her? I mean, Tommy, you got, these bins to the ceiling.
This is true.
So, oh shit.
Fine line between collector and hoarder. Hoarder, where Lazo can say hoarder.
Hoarder.
But you know what? Yeah, if Tommy were in the Masters of the Universe,
he would be Hordo.
He'd be Hordo for sure.
I thought it was he who has the most toys wins.
You won.
Yeah, you definitely winning.
Well, you know what the sad thing about it is? I keep telling everybody about that toy room, and I've showed you guys pictures of it and how bad it is stacked up with stuff. That's not even all of it. There's more out in the garage.
Holy hell.
I was looking for something and I said, oh God, there's a whole nother crate of toys here. And I looked underneath it. Oh God, damn, here's a whole nother crate more toys.
Oh, speaking of holy shit, you guys got to see this. We talked about it the other day, but they have photos up of it. The Thundercats. Here's the Thunder Tank. Oh
God, how come there's no coloring in it?
I think it's the bad lighting that they did.
Well, no, because the old one, they had the color in the eyes and stuff like that on the front of the tank.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, they got everything else on there, but yeah, they didn't do the eyes. Oh, does it actually have firing missiles that come out of the paws, though? I wonder.
The guns are there. They look like they might be able to shoot out. I don't know. Maybe they got a video or something. We'll have to check it out. But that's pretty sick, though, that they actually made it. But again, the price, forget it. Never getting this shit. Freaking $500.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Like, what do they think people are made out of? This is ridiculous.
Does it come with any kind of special figures?
It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's just a tank.
It should come with everything for that price. My god.
Right. Exactly.
Should come with, at the very least, it should come with Wily Kit and Cat and a Snarf.
Should come with everything plus the series on DVD. Plus, I mean, like,
right? See, Trina's good with the marketing. That's the way to do it. This series is still fantastic. I told Chris, I went, "You're wrong," because he's like, 2011's better. I'm like, it's not. It really is not. I couldn't even get through 2011, and plus, they never even finished it. Like, I think I stopped on like episode 8. I'm like, I can't watch this anymore. I hated what they did to Mumra. They destroyed all that shit. But the originals is great. I love what they did. Yeah, still cool looking. But yeah, way too rich. But at least, I mean, it's there. They did it, so that's cool. But yeah, the price, no, sir, don't like it.
No, they can miss me with that one. Once they start getting in those those kind of ballpark numbers. I mean, I was thinking of the Bat Cave and the Villains Cave that McFarlane did for his 66 line. Even those at least were semi-affordable. I mean, they were a little bit higher, obviously, but they weren't so far out of a price range that somebody was buying those figures couldn't get that too. Like that's just ridiculously overpriced. I mean, what are those figures going for? About 30?
40 to 50, depending on where you got. Yeah.
Even then, even 40 to 50. I mean, if you said that tank was maybe 150 to 200, okay, maybe, just maybe. But when you're saying like, even if you said 300, I would say that was way too much. But 500, that's insane,
ridiculous.
They if they're not giving you making you come and everything like that, they should at least be giving you free hand jobs for a year.
Jesus. Not okay.
Damn
okay,
it!
Old fashions for a year. Is that better?
That's better. Say old fashions. I don't think Mama Susan's gonna like what you said.
Well, who cares? She's gone.
Well, they're still hitting my channel. Frankie
I can't believe Tommy just said it. If they're not making you come,
hey,
I just can't even believe
you get
he
one
just
too.
said that.
Not okay.
Frankie says for $500, he goes, yes, Serpento's looking good at 80.
I know.
He's like, that's like 5 Serpentors. Holy hell. Yeah, it's a little bit more than Biden inflation there.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought I was safe as long as it's 40 minutes out from the intro.
I don't know. I don't know what their policies are. It's all bullshit. But I'll tell you one thing, though. They have these statues. I didn't see the figure that they were talking about, but they do have. They're releasing the statue of Leon. Let me open that one up. I mean, I don't know how big this thing is. But, okay, just under 12 inches. But again, these are those Japanese statues, and it looks pretty cool for what they have here. But I think this is from the new animated. They have a CGI animated movie, which I want to talk about maybe tomorrow. I think I'm gonna bring it up. Resident Evil Death Island. That looks really good, and I'm gonna find some screenshots and stuff for that because they dropped the trailer.
What was the other animated one they had out?
Oh, they had a couple. I think they had like 4 or 5 of them.
Well, there was one that came out in the past few years. The only thing I remember is they were flying helicopters over a city.
They were, I think Damnation was one. There was a couple different. Oh, Vendetta. That's what this is from. This is from Vendetta. I think that might have been the last one. But yeah, they're pretty cool. I mean, they're softer looking, like where the skin tones and stuff are, but like the details are pretty nice in them. I never bought any of these from this company, but I could appreciate the sculpt work for sure. What was funny?
Ours comment, they're gonna have to offer 30-year mortgages to buy these toys.
I hear
Yeah,
you,
right.
RR.
It's ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. No, that's why I stopped with a lot of shit. But yeah, I still want this Bela Lugosi. He looks good.
I'll tell you what, I'm not interested in the Dracula until they make one that's glow in the dark, because it's got to go with Frankie, the Mummy, and the Wolfman.
Oh, it's NECA. They definitely will. They'll do the black and white one. They have the accessory pack for this freaking guy. They're gonna milk the shit out of this license. They'll
Yeah, but
probably
the glow in the dark ones never look right.
I don't know. I like all three that I have. I think all of them look great.
Well, they get their black rings around their eyes on a couple of them.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
did.
that's-
To me, yeah, to me they just don't look right.
Yeah, I don't need a figure that looks like me because I look like a zombie right now. Staying up so freaking late trying to get work done.
You're gonna want it once I unbox it and I show you. You guys
Oh, I
will be
know.
like, "Oh, that does look good. I want one now."
I know. I got to move things around if I'm going to do that. But like if I see them in stores, I'll definitely get them in stores. But I might have to order them online. And that's what's going to be the kick in the sock.
I know. I didn't want to order it online, but no stores around me were carrying it.
I know. It's so stupid.
Well,
But dude,
I had that same problem with the glow in the dark ones from NECA. So I was looking for that Frankenstein one forever, and all I
Yeah.
could find was the Mummy and the freaking werewolf.
yeah.
For
I was never able
like
to
good 4 months or better. Then I
Yeah.
finally picked up a Frankenstein one. Then after I picked them up, then I started seeing it every damn store all over the place after that.
Yeah.
See, that's funny because I never saw that one in stores ever. It was only the Mummy and the Wolfman, and then the Wolfman's the only one that stayed there because his face, I'm sorry, that does look bad. The other two are fine. I don't like what they did to the Wolfman's face. It doesn't look right. So that's yeah. I don't know. The Invisible Man looks good too. But it's cool they did a different version. It's not just a smoking jacket one, which is kind of cool. But again, the accessory packs are ridiculous. They're like another $40-something if you want like Dracula's coffin and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, I won't be getting the accessories.
Well, you know what? I did see the accessory pack for the Mummy, and I will admit that accessory pack did look pretty nice. But once again, I don't need it.
Yeah. For $40, dude, that's ridiculous, dude. I mean, like if it was $10, okay, because it's not a figure; it's just accessories.
You know what?
It's solid plastic.
For you know, here's probably would have sold a lot of people on it. Instead of just an accessory pack, if they would have made it like an accessory pack with a plastic diorama background, and even if they charged $10 more and said 50, but if it was like a whole diorama set with the accessories for the damn figure, I'm sure that would have been a lot easier to sell for them.
Yeah. Like if they did, like if they made a whole thing, like it's a diorama plus all the accessories and everything like that, and charged like 10 or whatever more, that would be cool.
Yeah, they're saying retail was $48, and they slashed it down to $42. But $42 for this?
What? No, I would. $20 maybe if I really wanted something like that. Oh, does it come with a little?
Yeah, it comes with the creatures.
It's a little armadillo.
Yeah, armadillo, mongoose.
Yeah, last time I checked, there were no armadillos in Transylvania. Just saying.
I know. What the heck?
But it was in the original movie. Like they had them like running by or something.
Oh my god! I want this accessory pack now.
The armadillo sold her. Holy shit!
And you know, why didn't they have a rat? Why did they got a possum?
I don't.
It's not a possum. It's an armadillo. See how it's
the other one.
No, the other one.
Oh.
The other one.
Hold on, I'll go back. This one.
That's a possum.
Oh yeah.
So it's that the spider and whatever that. What is this like?
It's a mini coffin. It looks like.
Yeah.
With a cockroach.
That's a spider.
Is it a spider? Let me see if there's
a
shot of that.
Why would it be a cockroach?
I don't know.
That's a spider, dude.
That's not a spider. That's something else.
Oh, that thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, some kind of beetle.
I don't know what the hell that is.
I don't know. Maybe it's like a scarab beetle or something.
That's a weird accessory pack. And I'm the coffin alone. Dude, these people are smoking crack. No wonder people are flipping out about NECA.
But the armadillo. Maybe I can get it on. Maybe I can get it on eBay. Like maybe someone will just sell the armadillo.
Maybe.
Jesus, I really have broken her now. She doesn't even care. She's like, there's one thing in that pack I want. I'm getting it.
Hey, listen, if you can afford it, go for it. For me, it's that money is insane. That's insane money right there.
You know what I can do is I can buy the accessory pack, take the armadillo out, and then put the accessory pack on eBay and just say it's missing the armadillo.
Just tell them that the armadillo ran free.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I seen that manliness. I forget if it was like Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth. They had that stupid power sword for like $650. I was like, yeah, no thanks.
Look at Frankenstein's setup.
Yeah.
He comes with a napkin, a table, a wrapped up head, and a torch. Wow.
I bet you that is not even a cloth. That is a napkin, isn't it?
Probably.
I bet you it's not even Bounty. They probably put one of those cheap brands in there.
Dollar store.
Don't you want the wrapped up head?
Was it Sparkle's paper towels?
Yeah.
The quicker pick her up.
Frankie says it should come with his 3 brides. That would be awesome.
Yeah. For that
would be worth it. Yeah. Yeah, that would be worth another like buy like $45 or something.
Yeah. Do a proper pack, not here's a coffin and a handful of creatures. Wow. Thank you. And what's up with that torch? That looks bad.
Does it actually glow? Because that's false advertising if it doesn't.
It is false advertisement. That's how they roll.
Like, I don't want to display my Frankenstein.
No.
Yeah, that wasn't a torch. That was a mop that they set on fire.
Yeah, that's right. That's
what
right.
it looked like. It looks like a mop that's set on fire.
What's wrong with these people? Here's the mummy accessory pack. Again, nearly $50 for a freaking sarcophagus. Are you shitting me? And
Don't get me wrong, it looks good, but not worth the price.
Yeah. Well, again, I told you, I found one. I use a sarcophagus. It's a little bit different. It's a little cheaper looking, but it's still nice. You saw it on my review. And it worked. I don't need this.
Where did you get yours?
It was shit. I want to say Sideshow.
Okay.
Or Diamond Select. It was one of those companies. I got it at a convention. It was like $20. He was a solid piece with his arms crossed, but it was the mummy with his sarcophagus, and it looked good. And it's in scale with these things, so I'm like, yeah, I'll definitely jump on that. I got it years ago, I think. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, again, it looks awesome, but yeah, $50 for that. Randy, put the crack down. Step away from the figures. These are cool shots. But again, yeah, it's the shit that he came with. They put a little box so you could put that in there. Wow. He could have came with the armadillo.
Well, once again, a mini stand around it, a little diorama for it. Then you could kind of justify the price.
Yeah, do something. Because that price is bullshit.
Oh, what the hell? They have that. What is that? 11.5 to 12-inch tall Predator figure. That's like $50. That damn thing has got a hell of a lot more plastic in it with its accessories than that does for almost the same price.
Ooh, tell me about it. Tell me about. Oh, I seen the RoboCop too. I was at that comic shop today. I was picking up Nemesis 2, which again, I got to do a review on that comic book, Nemesis Reloaded. Holy shit, is that a great book? Yeah, we can see you, Papa. You doing good, man?
Oh, he said YouTube told me he can't comment for 13 hours. Well, you're I forget. Is he a mod on your channel? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he is.
Okay. If you're a mod, how did they put you in a timeout?
Well, they technically can't if you're a mod. I don't think.
Yeah, well, we can see you here. I don't have YouTube open, so I don't know. If someone else, if you want to check.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Okay. Is he popping up there?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Was it on my stream or someone else that you got that notification?
He said just told them.
Oh. It's fucking weird. Yeah. They are schizo. What do you want? They got extreme lefties that are freaking
They're all broken. They're all infested with Chinese data.
Yeah. But like that RoboCop set, like that's a cool set. But again, it's $70. These comic shops are selling it for way more than that. But like it looks good. Hold on, I'll show you.
Well, I told you I seen that Ed 209 at a Target one day.
Yeah.
I went back to look again. Nope.
Gone.
That shit was gone. I don't even remember how much it was, but I was like, at the time, I was like, whatever it is, I'm sure it's too rich for my blood right at this moment.
Yep. Like, don't get me wrong, this looks great, but look what they do though to try to sell you on it. They throw in like a backdrop, a desk, all these things that that does not come with the figure.
Yeah.
His box looks cool the way they set it up, but he doesn't come with all that shit. It is just a chair. I do like that it's the battle damage one though, so there's something is different about the figure, so that's cool. But yeah, because that's not easy to do either, to make sure that these things don't break for sending it out and all that stuff. But still pretty cool. Again, I'm happy Tommy was able to find this dude for me. RoboCop's awesome.
Yeah, well, I heard that some people are still having problems with this reissue of them with the spring loaded in the leg.
Yeah. I told you I'm not using that spring loaded, and some people are just like crazy gluing it shut. You can't blame them. But he looks great though. It is a cool looking figure. That face, so they could have fixed. I don't like what they did with the face. Yeah, but Ed, he does look great, Ed 209. But again, he's way too expensive as well. He's over $100.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure the one I seen was the NECA one in Target, so that's what he would have been. It was 100.
I think so. We'll check. Hold on. RoboCop.
Yeah, I just didn't even want to look at it. Yeah.
Yep.
See, I wouldn't have bought that.
Which again, the one that I got was way cheaper. The San Diego Comic-Con one. It was a 2-pack, and it was those tiny versions. And the detail is better than what's on the NECA one, and the NECA one is a big one. That's a big piece. 10-inch figure, and you could probably get more out of it if you extend the legs. Provided they extend. I don't know if they will.
I don't think they do.
The little one I have does. The little one
I think the big thing on that one was the sound feature.
They both have sound features.
Well, is it in the description? Product features.
That's what I'm reading right now. This is 10 inches, 7-inch scale. So he's in the proper scale with the other figure, but doesn't say if it extends. Made of plastic from the original RoboCop movie, featuring the enforcement droid 209. Articulated figure, includes movie accurate sound and dialogue. Includes 3-button cell batteries. Comes in package featured with the original illustration by the artist, and that's all it says.
I would doubt that it does, because that's a pretty big feature. They would want to include that as a selling point.
Yeah, I can't tell.
But it looks like it would.
It should. Technically, it should. If the version I got was from that other company that was smaller and they were able to do it, plus add toe articulation, because I know this one does not have toe articulation. Like those, these 3 things here. But again, still looks good.
Yeah.
I'll give them that. But yeah, I don't know. Toys are cool, especially when they're based off of awesome movies that we grew up with. But yeah,
Robotech prices are insane. And I've seen some of those new Robotechs that they're redoing right now, and they look incredible.
Oh yeah, they do. I've seen a couple of them here or there online, though, not in stores.
Well, I was looking at the Valkyrie one. I was talking to Doc about that before. They had the Valkyrie re-releases, same as the original Jetfire that they had licensed out from Bondi McCross. And while technically they didn't license it off from Bondi, they actually licensed it off with Takatuku Toys before they sold out the Bondi. Yeah, thank you. They had made a licensing agreement with them, but they sold out the Bondi, and Bondi still wound up honoring the deal that they had. But they did put the stipulation that they could never sell Jetfire licensed as a Transformer in Japan.
Wow, that's crazy, dude. Trying to see what else they got over here. Oh, that Concrete Predator. He's actually going for $63 on Big Bad Toy Store.
Yike!
Yep. That's a
kick
kick in the testicles.
Yeah, I mean, it was 50 in Target. I mean, don't get me wrong, it didn't look horrible, but it did not look $50 worth to me.
Yeah. This is another figure I think is ridiculous in price. And it's not something that I liked. I know everyone watched this when they were kids and all that. The ET figure.
He's so ugly.
He's the ugliest design. He looks like a scrotum. He's disgusting.
Right?
I actually have that figure.
Yeah, he comes with awesome accessories, and actually, because of your review, Tommy, I almost got it, even though ET always looked very ugly to me and looked like a old man's penis. But
you know what? Honestly, I felt that this, out of the 3 that they have out there, I thought this was the best looking one.
Yeah, I never saw this one. I only saw the one where he was in drag, and what's the other one?
The Gertie one.
Yeah, I never saw this one, but I don't know. Like, even the design of his head, like as a kid, he always creeped me out. I'm like, I wasn't scared. He just looked creepy to me. I'm like,
yeah, same.
You know?
Well, see, I didn't have much of a choice. I had to get one.
Why?
Why?
Well, I told you about the story how my brother got his name.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. But tell everybody else.
Yeah, his initials are ET. That was my doing.
You son of a bitch.
Yes, I am.
Bennett, you son of a bitch. But yeah, this price is ridiculous. He was originally $53. For this? No. You're wrong.
He does. Is he an ultimate? Because he comes with a.
Yes.
Yeah, he comes with a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's definitely an ultimate.
Yeah, I want to say when I got mine, he was about 34, and I found mine in Wally World.
When it's 3 balls, it comes from outer space. ET extra testicle.
Yeah, Cheech Marin.
Oh shit, that's hilarious. Yeah, he's getting ready to perform a prostate exam. That's right. The people behind it are also creeps. So,
oh my God, Vinny, you know you.
What?
Oh, you want to talk about creepy? If you grew up when this movie came out, they had a slew of ET merchandising out there on the shelves, and one of the things that they had was this big long rubber finger that you put your finger in there, and that had like a little push button so the end would light up. But yeah, you had this weird, creepy looking dildo finger.
Yeah, one of my cousins had that. Yeah. I remember that stupid thing.
Was it a girl cousin?
He is a bit of a bitch. So, yes.
That thing still smells like fish to this day.
God, Tommy, stop it. With the fish.
Holy shit balls. I just saw the Robotech Valkyrie you were talking about.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Jesus. That that's $500 too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I didn't say nothing about the price, about how ridiculous that was. I'm just saying it does look beautiful.
That is...
wow.
Jesus. It's just a cockpit?
No, they had the whole figure, like the whole Valkyrie jet.
Oh, this is a statue. Okay, my bad. Sorry, I saw this on their site too. I was like,
Yeah, wrong one, Vinny.
You're wrong. I didn't sleep. What do you want?
Am I though? Am I really wrong?
No, you're not wrong. I'm wrong. All right, the price on these things are $200, $250. Jesus, still very expensive.
Yes.
Yeah, these things are nuts. I mean, they're cool looking. I like to get into this series, but like a Dega warned me too. It's like, there's a lot, and it'll suck up your life.
I was between that and Gundam. I mean, they've got such long history.
Yep.
Both of those franchises. So
Gundam style. I don't know. Yeah, there's shit that's like there's pre-orders. Like there's a couple of shits that are coming out, and this thing is pretty much a Transformer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember like I've seen like that they're part Transformers. Like you see the legs and the upper half is like a jet. But yeah, this thing, the one I'm looking at right here. Let me show that again. Like, I mean, it's pretty cool looking. But yeah, he transforms properly. So like, yeah, I always see this. I'm like, I never understood.
Yeah, that's what they call the Gerwalk.
Yeah.
Form. So it's like partial jet, partial, leg configuration. So they call it the Gerwalk.
I've done that with Transformers as a kid, but I didn't think it was a thing. Apparently it is. But yeah, so you could it's a weird shot. But yeah, here's like the full jet version, and that looks pretty damn cool.
No, you got to remember that in the Macross version of Robotech and the Gundam and a bunch of those ones, they weren't actually like sentient robots. They were just mech suits, giant mech suits.
Oh yeah.
But funny thing is, that's how Transformers started off in Diaclone. They were supposed to be like mech suits.
Oh, okay. And it was Jim Shooter who came up with actually making them sentient.
Well, it was the Hasbro exec that went over, and he had the idea of bringing them to the States and turning them into robots, but he handed all that over to Jim Shooter, at Marvel. And then he came up with all the rest of the concepts for the backstory and everything.
Yeah.
But whatever it was, the marketing guy that went over, he's the one that said that these can be robots and they can be sentient. And he dumped it all on Shooter to come up with something, and then Shooter dumped the rest of it on Bob Budiansky's desk.
But you know what? I mean, they were a great team, and it worked. It worked in a big way because I mean, Shooter came up with the shit he came up with was solid. That was golden. Everything about the proper lore that he did, and there's you could name the rest of them, do extra details and shit. But good stuff though. Great pairing. Jim Shooter is like one of my favorite people out there regarding comics and cartoons and shit. Like he did so much great work. That's why I can't stand these mainstream people who try to attack him for any reason. He's the reason why we have graphic novels. It was his idea to put these books, like these stories that they finished, like put them in a collected version and sell them all the time. Like they're always like out there for anyone to pick up at any time. And they have the balls to try to attack him.
I mean, some of the damn things are getting expensive now too. I mean, before it was just the single issues of comic books that used to be expensive. Now the trade paperbacks and the collected versions are starting to get really ridiculous in price.
Yeah, because they're trying to make them bigger and then jack higher prices. And here's the hardcover. And
God forbid if you get one of those compendium ones that's something like 100 books in it.
Oh yeah, dude, those are insane. I almost did it when Borders Books was going out of business. I wanted to get a couple of them. I found the Invincible. They had like 2 omnibuses of those. When I was going to go get it, my buddy beat me to it. He was there like literally a couple hours before me, and he bought it. I'm like, you son of a bitch. Because he was bragging about it. I'm like, you motherfucker. I was there. I ran into him the same day. He's like, oh, man, I got it. Kick him in the
face. See what happens when you work even as a fake cabbie? You get irritated. Ready to knock teeth out.
Yeah. Dude, that was a hilarious story. He fucking made him shit his pants. Jay Moore's such a hack. Anywho, I'm kind of spent. So yeah. Anyone else? Anything you want to talk about or show or whatnot?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Cool. I hope everyone had a good time. Tomorrow I should be running a stream. We're gonna talk about the movie Megan. I wanted to cover that because that movie was actually really, really good. I want to poke fun at the Snyderverse people and the Netflix nonsense. Steven Dorff took some shots at the MCU, which was awesome. Might be another topic here or there, but yeah, you guys want to tune in tomorrow? I think I'm gonna have on, well, if they're free, I don't know. It's on the other side of the world. Nearium and Red to talk about Bonds a little bit. But yeah, the main topic is, again, like I said, it's going to be Megan. I want to talk about that movie because I know Chris has been itching to talk about it. So has Trina. She's seen it, loved it. And yeah, I'm happy that Blumhouse is making some good movies.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What?
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus.
Come on, man.
Yeah, it was it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's predictable for sure. Even the ending, I mean, it was very, very predictable, but it was still a lot of fun. I liked it. It was like Chucky meets the Terminator.
It would definitely be NECA.
NECA or Trick or Treat Studios?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it would be next.
The Trick or Treat Studios would have a life-size doll like they do with Chucky.
Yeah, they'd make Hunter's dreams come true. And Kevin Spacey's and Tom Hanks.
Not okay!
And Steven Spielberg. Holy crap. Hollywood's disgusting. Anyway, I hope everyone had a very nice time. We talked about all sorts of shit, but mostly toys, and that's a good thing. Because plastic can't diddle kids.
That's nasty.
It's me, Mario Kartitis. Oh no.
Hey, I'm stuck! I can't transform! Ow! Thanks! I think.
Guys, remember, if you're collecting toys, just make sure they don't smell like fish first before you buy them.
That's right.
I had to get that one more time for you, Trina.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We're terrible. But yeah. Tomorrow, tune in. It should be around 5 p.m. Usually, as always, maybe 5 or 10 minutes late, as always. I'm going to switch brands so we could go out on one of my other things because it's always funny. And it's kind of tradition as well, since
friggin' frog's gay!
It's true. But yeah, I hope everyone had a great time. Tune in tomorrow. Yeah, Trina, would you like to tell people about your channel or anything else?
Sure. My channel is not The Lasso of Truth anymore. It's now Heroes in Horror. And it's same stuff, just different channel name. And this coming, I should say next Wednesday, the next coming Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll be reviewing Voices. That is the Pig Daddy's request. So we're doing that, and that's going to be fun because that was a great movie. And yeah, if you guys want to follow along while we review it, it's free to watch on Tubi. So yeah, go ahead, check it out because it's great. And thank you guys for having me on tonight. This was a lot of fun.
That is awesome. Yes, hell yeah. It was awesome having you on here. I actually went to go look up Voices because I saw that it was supposed to be on Amazon as well. And it says that it's currently not available, or there was something wrong. So I'm going to have to watch it on Tubi. And I am pulling that up now too. So as I work, I'll have that on because that does look cool. And yeah, Tommy, anything you'd love to tell the people out there?
You will refer to me no longer as just Tommy or the Pig, but his royal Pig Daddy. Thank you, Trina, for introducing me properly. No, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, just remember, if it smells like fish, there's something wrong with that dish. But no, we're still having a lot of fun putting up some toy reviews. We actually had pretty good reviews, or I should say, watches for the Baroness figure, which was kind of funny. I will be putting up the Destra one probably tomorrow. It's a little bit late to actually get that tonight, but doing the BattleBot stuff and having a lot of fun with getting requests and getting people like, can you do anything to make this bot better? So still got that going on too. Having a lot of fun with that stuff. And thank you guys so much for every last one of you that have been here, adding to conversation, making us laugh as well while we were trying to do the same for you. And I hope that you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed some of the reviews that we did. And poking fun at people that are just stupid, because that's what we do around here. So remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not watch, because your silence gives consent and the pigs will come to get you. Big Pig Daddy will come get you.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Our main list motivation, Frankie Knows, Samba Gogo, Slasher, Time Prophet. Lots of great people out here tonight. Again, Pop Cotton, Soul Assassin. I gotta go up here. Again, I got so many brain thoughts. It's ridiculous.
Did you get the Sentinel?
We had Sentinel in here. Just went past that one. A Dig Outlaw. But yeah. Keely Chow. Keely Chow was in the house as well. Jamie East. Yeah, thank you, everyone, for popping in here. And yeah, remember, tune in tomorrow. Different bat time, same bat channel. It should be about 5 p.m. So yeah, and we're gonna go out on some good old Naked Gun. Everyone have a great night.
Peace.
All right, move on. Nothing to see here. Please, Pittsburgh.